Getting set up here. And
Okay.
okay, he's going to give us the password here in just a second to log in. Okay, so we missed the last game with Yaska and Cappy, and man, that was a tough one for me to miss. I had my kids for Christmas, and Gunny was just informing me that Yasuka upset Cappy and took that win.
Yes, he did.
Man,
So the great one is is marching on.
yes, Yasuka
Yes.
is moving right along up through the ranks, and yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a match today, though. I don't. It's gonna be interesting to see who survives this match.
Yeah, it is. So today's match, in case I didn't say, is Black Lotus versus Yasuka. And once again, the rules in this tournament are 6 light infantry max and 6 shooting cav max, no artillery. So let's see here. See if I can pull up the bracket here while we wait for them to get to the match. Um, any thoughts going in, Gunny?
Um, yeah, I got a couple of thoughts. It's going to be interesting to see who takes what nation. Um, if you know, I think Lotus will usually take his normal build, uh, and Yasukawa more than likely will take his second build. I'm betting on. Okay, I don't want to give it away right now.
Yeah,
All right, because it's not really cool, but because I don't know, so I'm just guessing like everybody else. But if Lotus takes his normal bid, it's going to be interesting because he's going to have advantages all over the place. So, um, and how he lays his ambushes and traps is going to be interesting.
yeah, I agree totally. So I've got the bracket set up. So basically, we got 4 games left to play before the final results. So in the winners bracket, Matt Baker and Tap Snowball Effect are the last 2 living. So that match will be played, and then the winner moves on to the final game, and the loser bumps down to the winner of this match. So which is again between Yaska and Black Lotus, and then whoever wins the that final match goes on to the final game to see who the champion is. Okay.
Okay, so I see it up.
Okay, the password is SSAA for just the privileged few people.
Okay, I'm in.
All right, I am trying to load in right now. Maybe he didn't make enough slots.
Are
I
you are you in?
Nope, not in. Nope, failed to
Okay.
join. No response from host. Hold on. Might need to ask him how many spots he opened up for spectate. Okay, I'm in.
Okay. So this is the normal build I thought they would do. Looks like Lotus is taking Sweden. Yasuka is United Kingdom. Um,
Yeah, that's pretty par for course. Yasko was Britain when I fought him.
yeah.
Okay. So we're just establishing a couple things before we fight, and this is, I think this is Lotus's first match since the Matt Baker fight.
No, he fought
That's right.
Cesny. He
That's
fought
right. I
Cesny.
forgot about that. He did, and
Yes.
that was a great fight too.
That was a really good fight. That was a good battle. It came right down to just about the end with Cesny. Um,
Yeah, it really was.
so I think in this match, I mean, knowing the two and the way I do know them, the two, um, I think the edge is probably Lotus has a better micro, and he's going to have the advantage in Cav with the amount of Swedish goons. Swedish goons are really hard to overcome. I mean, that's almost uh, one, two, three lines
Yeah.
actually. Actually, it's three Austrian lines. So,
Yeah, I'm curious to see if YASIKA will use the same tactics he was using before, where he only bought 5 lights that one game. So I'm pretty sure he'll probably use the same build he used versus me, which was 4 Green Jackets, 2 Fergusons.
yeah, I'm sure that the Fergusons are a big part of why he takes Britain
hmm
or United Kingdom. Um, you gotta really micro their ammo though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as wind boos, yeah, wind Jaegers.
Yep.
You gotta micro the hell out of um, their ammo supply.
You know, one thing in here is that with the Fergusons on that army, Great Britain is always going to be short some manpower because Fergusons are quite expensive.
Oh hell
So
yes! I mean they're almost 1,000 apiece.
yeah,
So
so
I mean that's 2 grand. That's 2,000, or out of your funds, out of your 14,000.
yeah, exactly right.
So that's a lot of dinero.
It sure is. Okay, so looks like Lotus is using the same build he used versus Matt Baker. And
Not really. I mean, he's using the same build. Yes, you're right. But
yeah,
um,
so this is and actually it's the same build he used versus Cesny as well.
correct.
So
Matter of fact, I think Matt and Lotus use the same build against each other.
yeah, they both use Sweden, but I think the difference in the builds was Lotus brought an additional General's Bodyguard unit, and
Which is smart because you can use it as a cheap meat shield.
yeah, that and it's also another morale bonus builder
Yes.
for your men.
Right.
So it gives you 2 generals on the field. So let's say if you do happen to lose your general, that other general will still give you some morale boost. So
Right.
you won't take complete shock. Okay, so this is pretty common from what I've seen from YASIKA in some of his matches. He's got 6 light dragoons on his left flank. He's bringing that up in the center. He's got 6 line and militia on the far right, and then he's got his 2 Fergusons with another line over next to it. So it looks like he is going short on the light infantry. He's going heavy line build. And he's got another general bodyguard and another militia way back. So let's count out these units.
So he's got his Fergusons over here, and he's going to match them against the.
So he's got 19 units. So that means he is definitely short with the rifles. So he's going to try and use the Fergusons to gain early advantage. Looks like Lotus is quickly moving his rifles up to this flank to help in this fight versus these two Fergusons and these extra lines. It's going to be in YASIKA's absolute interest to push, push, push. No stop.
Totally agree.
He's got a little bit of a mess going on here. His Ferguson's got just ripped apart.
Ouch.
Not even a shot out of him.
Lotus's micro, as I thought, is going to be a lot faster.
He's going to have to move those rifles back with that militia coming forward. YASIKA can't take a moment here to stop. He stopped his lines. He's got to force those things forward to push back those other three rifles coming up to bear on him.
Oh!
Yeah, militia's taking a beating there. So Lotus's lines are going to get shot up a little bit here.
Not bad, not bad. He only lost like 20 or
Yep.
16.
Not bad at all. Okay. Looks like, yeah, he's about to put that militia out of here.
Yep.
He's got the cav coming in. He's going to shoot that thing down, and he's going to be down to 18 units right now. He lost that. It will come back. Goon should get a shot on it still, but it doesn't look like it is. Here comes in a assault. He went straight on, so he got shot also. He only lost 4 goons. Now he's lost a little bit more. But there, that was hard. That was a hard hit there.
That hurt.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that goon, it'll come back.
And now he's going to get that line maybe before it even sets up to shoot. It's setting up now. No, he pulled out just before. That was a wise move by Lotus there. Lotus is pushing the attack. He knows he has a pretty good advantage versus these Fergusons right now. The problem is he's got all of his left wing over here, or his right wing on Lotus's left flank, all bunched up. He's got to get those into that fray. Okay, we got a pause here, probably from I don't know.
Why did it pause?
I don't know. Okay, while it's paused, let's take a look here. So you can see on this flank over here that YASIKA has all of his cav bunched over here, and Lotus has 5 of his cav versus that 6, but he's already taken down one of those goons to half strength of YASIKA's, and man, it is.
Who paused the game?
I don't know. It's probably they're discussing something. But now there's a massive logjam. Here we go. Back into it. So now Lotus is opening up on these lines that are sitting stationary, and every bullet that's missing them is going into the line behind. So YASIKA is getting a little advantage here on this line. It's down to 55 men already. But he's got that general's bodyguard here to stabilize it. He's going to fold. And in reality, looks like YASIKA is moving his lines over to the to his left flank to help support that, but that's a very costly move, and that's going to draw a lot of energy out of them. They're already winded, and it's not going to help his other flank. He's got to force these lines up to get in range of these rifles, but he now doesn't have enough units to combat all the rest of Lotus's.
He's losing this line over here. It's down to 95. YASIKA is.
Yeah. Okay, so his Fergusons are.
Yeah, they're overranging quite a bit.
Yeah. Lotus is going to push right here. Got first volley on this line. He's about to put some haymakers on these two British lines here. Now, that's where YASIKA's strength was with the lines. So if he loses the lines, ooh, look at this general charge right here. It's going to tie up both these goons from being able to do anything.
Yep.
Little laggy here.
Quite a bit laggy. That's why we're getting the overranging.
Okay. Here comes YASIKA's counter. Lotus did lose one of his lines. It's shattered, or it's broken, but it's down to 25 minutes. Probably not coming back.
Okay, so YASIKA just lost that Ferguson.
Here goes another attack by the general. That's what you got to do with the melee unit. You got to keep cycling charges.
Oh, he just broke a goon.
Yep. Well, he's almost broke. He's wavering. Yep. If he moves it about, it's going to break.
So that general is consistently in and about, bouncing up or down, which is a cheap meat shield. It's a great meat shield.
Yeah. And it's causing him to shoot his own goons. Now this 50 line right here is broken, but it's so close to the red line it might not make it back. He's trying to get his general over here to help support, maybe to pull back this line, but I don't know if he'll get it over in time. It's going to be close. He's so close to the red line. He stopped it. He should have kept it going. He needs that line bad.
Well, there he goes. I was going to say, I was waiting for these lights to open up on these lines, and finally, the lag just let it through.
Okay, so here comes YASIKA's consolidating his forces. And...
well, right now, the goon advantage is totally Lotus.
Okay, so one thing I see as a problem in this push by YASIKA is that he's pushing a flank that is Lotus's most mobile flank, and that is not going to benefit him. He's going to get shots on these lines before they set up. That 50 line did make it back, but c'est la vie, it's going to go bye-byes. And probably with that goon too. He needs to move that general over here. Down to 26 men. So kind of what I meant by that is YASIKA's lines will never catch these light dragoons or these rifles. So he should be pushing to eliminate all the lines of Lotus. That would be on this flank and avoiding his rifles, but he's going the opposite, and that's going to cause some difficulties because he's just going to, if as good of a kiter as Lotus is, he can just shoot him and pull back.
Oh.
Okay, so YASIKA's down to 16 units. I think Lotus has only lost one.
Here goes the lights on his lines.
Lotus has lost 2 units. So that extra general. Here goes his Ferguson. He's going to back out. He should have went through with that. Okay, let's see what happens over here.
Obviously, what's going to happen is that 36 goon or 37 goon is going to lose. And he just took it in the shorts.
And he's pulling out of it. That's not good. Dang.
Ouch.
He got hit every which way but loose on that one. He can just push his cav and wrap this flank now. Yep, that's what he's doing. He's going to go ahead and kill the Fergusons. Push up his rifles to shoot down these 2 lines here. That's going to kill off these 2 goons right here. These 3 will take on these 2, and then these goons will come in behind most likely. There it goes, mass routing. That goon's routing with 40 men. And it's going to go right off the map. So here's all of YASIKA's cav right there. That's not a good thing. There goes his cav right next to the red line. It's about to go bye-byes. It's shattered. Done, it's gone. So all of his cav is gone with the exception of 1 light dragoon over here. They are getting some shots on this rifle here.
Yeah, he only got him down 4 or 5, which is minimal.
Yep, it is. Alright, so YASIKA's got 6 lines left, and they're all depleted in some form. This game is pretty much over. Oh, he's got another line over here, but it's all isolated.
He's got a militia at 63. Well, you got a goon that came back at 35.
Yeah, that was the only one that wasn't on that flank.
Yeah.
So YASIKA has no long range and no cav. So that spells defeat right here. Because he has no mobility to be able to catch up with his army, besides the fact he's depleted. And his general and his cav are getting shot with the misfires right here, you can see. From the shots going in at the line. So he's got to move that general. Something you always got to be aware of with your general is misfires for units. If they're being shot at by a line in front, your general can get shot too. Unfortunately for YASIKA, he's backed up against the red line. That other line did break with 42 men. Could come back, but it's not really going to matter. Okay, so this is the...
he's got a militia coming in from the rear, 120.
Yeah. But that cav can... the lights are going back to shoot it down.
I think Lotus is just keeping his cav in because he knows, hey, he can use it at any time, and it's like, why bother?
Looks like he might be taking his lights back to shoot this militia.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why he's going this way. He's going after the cav. He's facing the wrong way. Maybe he doesn't see the militia behind.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he doesn't see that militia.
Yeah, he'll see it soon enough.
Yep. Okay, that line was in the 80s, and now it's down to 50.
It's breaking.
Yep. It's now got its confidence back with the general behind it.
Okay, now he's got to see that militia.
Nope, he still doesn't. He's got his light dragoons right here. The 36 are going to get hit. Yep. So that
he just toasted them.
Now he sees it. He's going for an attack order, but it's going to be maybe too late for it. Those rifles should be in line to be able to shoot it down. So he's pulling back the cav. He's trying to pull that cav out from that militia. Here it comes. Poor militia. Getting in close. Oh, I just saw somebody get flung about 50 miles. There goes YASIKA's cav. Just got, I don't even want to say.
It was whacked.
Yeah, it got whacked off the field.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not using his rifles. He's using them as a last resort. All right, here comes.
He's saving the ammo.
Here comes the. Oh God! I just saw some guys flinging. Look, their hands are up. They're saying hands up, don't shoot. Oh God! It's Ferguson all over again, and the Fergusons are already dead. Oh. We're not even in St. Louis. Damn, I probably could have seen some more guys getting flung there. Alright, he's into the General's bodyguard now. It's the Custer's last stand here. He's just going to wrap this, this flank here. Oh, God. Yeah, he's going right down the line, so they're not going to be able to shoot. Oh, man. He's disrupted all these lines. Except for the final one that just took his shot. He's going to end up losing this cav, but he's going in for melee. It's getting ugly here.
Which is smart, because he's got other lines that are going to move up and shoot these lines.
Yep. Alright, here comes the militia. Now he can just square up and let his line and militia shoot him down.
Yep.
Alright. Let's check it out. Red versus blue, huh? Blue versus red, whatever. Alright, here comes the firing in the distance. Poor beggars don't know what's coming. Yep, here it goes. Somebody got shot in the back, in the booty.
Okay,
there goes.
United Kingdom's general is going to break here in a minute. He's down to 8.
Alright, here we go. Everybody's flickering. It's like Christmas. Blinking lights everywhere. Alright, good game, guys. That was a really good game. Hats off to YASIKA. He played a good fight there. So here's the final results. Lotus killed 1164 versus YASIKA's 585. So really good match. I think the big difference here was YASIKA had a massive disadvantage in the light infantry fight. And
yeah, he went. I mean, if you look at the armies, he went 1704 against Lotus's 1578 total deployed. So it was a massively heavy line build instead of lights and extra cav, or however you want to say, but the micro in it was the advantage, because those first shots on the Fergs set the tone of the game.
Yeah, on the Fergs, you mean?
Yeah, on the Fergs.
Getting them down to 30.
When he shot him down, and he did not take one hit himself.
Nope.
That was great micro. I mean, wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was a big factor there.
That set the tone of the game.
Yeah, because he only brought that few amount of lights as it was, so
correct.
That was pretty devastating. And then the other thing is, when you bring a build like that for line rushing, you've really got to go at them and get your guys up in their face and keep pushing. And I think the fact that he wasn't able to keep that momentum going, and actually never even got it going. He was never able to get a good push going versus him. And I think that is the biggest factor in why he took that loss. And yeah, so you've got almost what I think he should have done is even maybe traded out one of the lines for 2 more militia and use those as straight up meat shield, and then get his line right in the face of all those green jackets and everything, and start ripping them down and take down some of his light advantage. And you only traded militia to kill off those lights, and I think that
Right.
would have been a big difference.
Yeah, I don't understand the militia aspect of when you're in this because, I mean, obviously they're not Turkish militia uh, or Minutemen where they're going to take, and give out as much damage as they're going to take. So there, to me, there's no really advantage in it to where you can have your lights fire on the militia, like normally in a game you do, right?
Yeah,
Um, and so taking that amount of militia just to me is like why? I mean, if you're going to spend the money, spend it on a line unit or something else.
yeah. But the thing is, if you use the militia properly, um, you can use it and negate his advantage in the light infantry match, but you have to force those lines up with him because that militia will break after he absorbs all that
Right,
firepower.
right.
And so you got to have your lines up there and ready to go. But when YASIKA moved that militia forward, his lines were stagnant, not moving up with the militia. So the militia absorbed all the fire and broke, and it didn't gain him any ground. And that's the thing. You got to gain that ground if you're going to force that militia forward. Because it's almost like this. If you got to keep his lights in a constant pushing back so he can't shoot at you. If he's able to stop and shoot with his rifles and he's got an advantage of you of 6-2 in the light game, then you're going to lose. So you got to
Oh yeah.
force his lights to constantly keep moving so they're not shooting. And that didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. No. And when your lights can take out 50% of his unit and you didn't take one hit, um, you got to rethink your game plan there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that was the biggest problem in that push. I think he would have been uh, better suited if I think what it was is he was trying to push that flank again where Lotus was most mobile. He only had two line over there that would have been slow. All the rest of it was he had three rifles and he had cav. So that's easy for him to move that flank. Maybe he loses the two line in that match, but he's pushing on the other side with three rifles, tearing up your line. So you're
Yeah, but why?
losing
Yeah,
more than you're
exactly.
getting.
Right, exactly. So while he was pushing that flank, trying to overcome those two lines, he was losing lines against those three left lights.
Yeah.
And not only that, but then his main army was his Fergusons,
Yep. Yeah, it's
and that's it. And he lost it right there.
yeah. So in this match, Lotus only lost 18 men from all six of his units of rifles, and he killed between all six of them. Let's see here. He killed about uh, well in the a little bit in the 400s between all six of his lights. So that's a huge ratio to kill 400 and only lose 18 men. That's pretty devastating.
Yeah,
And
those are like wow. Um, those stats are really really super impressive.
yeah,
You
and
know,
then
you
even
know.
that with the light dragoons, Lotus's light dragoons killed 61, 82, 87, 85, 81, and 60. And he took some damage from them, but he dealt out more than 50% more a more than 2-to-1 ratio. It was probably about a 3-to-1 ratio kill count for his light dragoons.
Right. Yeah. Now I only seen the Fergusons. I only seen two Fergusons. I didn't see any Green Jackets.
I
Did
didn't
you?
either. At
So
first, I thought I saw one, but it was a militia.
no, it was a militia. Yeah. I thought I seen one too. So out of that build, he only took two light infantry. And if he was going to do that, you would seem that the militia should have pushed up on his lights, and it just never happened.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So let's look at the brackets here. So this is going to mean that YASIKA is eliminated from the tournament, and Lotus is moving on. So he will face the loser of Matt Baker and Snowball Effect. So we're it's going to be interesting to see. Are we going to see another Matt Baker Lotus rematch, uh, or is it going to be Snowball and Black Lotus, two
Now
members
I
from the same clan?
now I predicted right off when they met the first summit that they were going to be the two coming back.
Yeah,
That was my prediction then, and I'm going to stick with it now.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
and this is pretty impressive in the fact that so you got three really good quality players left in this tournament, and we've eliminated a lot of really great quality players as it was. Like we were talking about before, YASIKA eliminated Cappy, who is an extremely great player, probably one of the best in the game right now. Um, and that's speaking about playing on all maps, not just grassy flats. So very good job on YASIKA in this tournament. I mean, he eliminated this other guy who's a decent player too. I can't think of his name. Faramir. I'm just kidding. It was me.
yeah, did he beat you? Yeah.
Yes, yes. No.
I, 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 I mean, I'm going to be nice now, okay? I
Yeah, yeah,
think you beat yourself. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I lost. I played a bad game. There's no mistake in it. I played a very bad game, but he played a great game. So the two things translated to me losing that match, and again, Cesny was another great player in this tournament. We had Warfighter, we had, of course, Matt Baker still involved, Snowball still involved. You had Ski Fast, who played really good tournament matches in here. Swiss Tech played a really great game. Um, yeah, so I mean, I would say that we've seen some great matches in here, and it's been a pretty fun tournament. There hasn't been a lot of whining and complaining. Um, everybody's been pretty sportsman like, if you will,
Yeah. Right.
and yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, and so the next match we're going to be observing will be Matt Baker and Snowball Effect. So we will be back with you
That's
for
good.
that match when it happens.
See y'all later.
All right. Thanks again. Anything else, Gunny?
Nope. So for myself and for Fairmare, we'd like to say thanks, and we'll see you in Finland
That's right.
later.
Have a good one, guys.